Once you make the decision to run, it consumes you. You wait until the very last moment, and some of us, they wait for too long and they miss the opportunity. But in my case, I waited until the very last minute. I kept telling myself, it's gonna stop. It's gonna get better. You know, how can I leave? How can I? This is, it's not the time. There's always a chance later, But then at one point of time, I realized if I don't do it right now, then I will miss the opportunity. So I made the decision. And once I made it, it consumed me. Every single breath, every single heartbeat, blink of an eye, all geared towards one thought. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. Not much time. In my case, I had 36 hours to get everything ready to pack to go. Adrenaline rush is absolutely incredible. You don't feel anything else. You're not hungry, you're not sleepy, all you think about is you gotta get out. Because this is serious. And you don't think of anything, basically. You don't have any emotions, just one emotion. Anxiety and one emotion, expectation, awaiting, to get out. Once you get out, things change though. Once you get out, this adrenaline rush disappears. You catch your breath and you start thinking straight. Because before, you don't. But once this adrenaline is gone, you start thinking straight. And all of a sudden, you understand there's a huge set of horrendous emotions, horrendous feelings sets in. The emotions are despair, helplessness, fear of uncertainty, and grief. I wish that you, watching my stream right now, will never, ever have to go through this set of the emotions because it's perhaps the worst thing that you can go through in your life. Howdy, howdy, everyone. My name is Konstantin. Welcome to Inside Russia. I am streaming live, giving you the updates on things, developments in Russia, things happening, news appearing, and my takes on them. Thank you so much for tuning in and giving me a chance. I have decided to make this stream about how it is to feel to be a refugee outside of Russia, in my case in Uzbekistan, due to yesterday was 1 month to the date since I landed here in Uzbekistan, since I escaped Russia. Well, you can name it differently. Fled, escaped, ran away, different names for that. So, 1 month. I'm gonna tell you how I feel of being a refugee, what I have been going through, and I am gonna tell you about other people because there are thousands of Russians in Tashkent, and a lot of them are going through the same thing that I am going through. So I'm going to tell you their stories, and I'm going to tell you what I've seen with my own eyes. Well, if we talk about, I will try to make it short because I understand you'll have lots of questions, and this stream I actually welcome your questions because you will know better than I do what you're interested in to hear about my life here. If we're talking about life of refugee in general, there are two parts of life that are concerned. First is material, physical. It's everything that concerns you physically. Where you live, what kind of apartment or house you stay, where you sleep, how you eat. Do you eat well? Do you eat enough? How you feel? Are you sick or are you healthy? What is up with you? What do you do at daytime? Do you go to work? Do you still have a job? Do you have income? That's all physical stuff, material things, okay? And the second part of a life of a refugee is what's inside, the emotions. And let me tell you, that's quite something else. So, how am I faring materially, physically, Actually, very well. I am a well-to-do guy. I'm educated. I have education from Russia and the United States. I've been working at a high-level position at a construction company for a long time. I had my own businesses. Things are not bad. Well, they weren't bad before. I have traveled before. I went on extended business trips. I lived here in Uzbekistan in Tashkent for 2 years. So I'm not novice in this place. I know how things are run in this country. Created a company and I sold it. Okay. I lived in Ukraine for up to a year. I even lived in Iran for some time, not too long, but I know how things are there and how to kind of like establish yourself there. So I'm not novice in picking up and going to places. Okay, I'm seasoned. It's not a problem. I currently still have a job. I have one day to go. That is Monday. After Monday, I'll be laid off, November 1st. But I'm still getting paid. One more day. I have second income from YouTube. And my YouTube channel has grown quite nicely. And there's decent income. There's a decent stream of income. One problem, though, with YouTube, it's not stable. There's much uncertainty. Today, you are monetized. Tomorrow, YouTube closes your channel, bans it, demonetizes you. Someone gets access to your account, messes everything up. Or people simply stop watching you. So it's not stable, and it's kind of scary, okay? But, even if YouTube stops, I have head on my shoulders, I have two hands, and I'm worried, but it's not going to be the end of the world. So I'm still employed. I have occupation. I have some money coming in. So all in all, things are good. I've rented myself a very nice, expensive apartment for reason to host people here. I have hosted 2 families already. This place is ready for my large family. For example, if all members, all girls, mom, Natasha, Mike, would come here, and all I'd have to do is to buy towels and toothbrushes for them. That's pretty much it. So, very nice apartment. Very nice location. I am surrounded by friends here in Uzbekistan. Food is fantastic. I'm taken out to eat quite often. I have built a community of people, Russians, who have come here. My family is supportive. My family is loving. And I have you, my YouTube community. And that's huge. You can trust me on that. That's very therapeutic. So physically, materially, I am fine. And if I knew that tomorrow I could buy tickets, or at any time I could buy airplane ticket to Russia, and go to the plane and go to Russia where my home is, I would say that life here would be fantastic. But then I come to the second part, emotional. I am refugee. When I was leaving Russia, I had 36 hours to pack and 24 hours to travel. So I had left in about a little over 2 days. And right now the bridges are burned. I am a refugee. I don't know when I can come back to Russia, if ever. And I understand adrenaline rush has been gone 1 month, I understand that I left everything behind on that side of the border, my friends. I left my job, I left my culture, my language, my lots of friends, lots of distant family members, lots of co-workers. I left my heart there because that's my motherland. I left life. And I feel, despite this nice things around me, despite good food, despite nice apartment and friends and so, I feel this is not my home. I feel this is a transit point. I don't know where I'm going next. I don't know what my life is going to look like. I'm still trying to pick myself up from pieces that I was broken into 1 month ago, in short 2 days. Such an unexpected event. And this is just devastating. Inside, I feel at the same time there are two opposite things. There's a fire ravaging, and everything is dead. Okay, that's how I feel. There is God. Okay, I have faith. I am Christian. I've never abandoned God, and God has never abandoned me. And God helps tremendously. I feel His support everywhere. No matter what I start doing, I get help. It's really hard to explain. You just gotta feel it, and I'm feeling it, okay? But even with all God's support, even with my faith, even with prayers, and so many people pray for me, thousands of people, okay? Even with that numbness, I feel fear of uncertainty. I grieve, and what's in here is not good, okay? I can say, I think, safely say that I am in the best position, that a refugee can find himself or herself in. There's money, there's place to stay, there's friends, there's possibility of getting a job of some kind, things like that. So, but still, this is so painful. So it hurts, it's just scary. This fear, this uncertainty, this helplessness, this hellish cocktail of feelings. I don't understand how other people who are in much worse situation than I am, how they feel. And let me jump to those people. You see, one of the first things that I noticed here in Tashkent that I was not alone. I am not a tourist here. I lived here. I know this place. I know how to handle myself. I know how to merge with the locals, to look like a local, how to dress myself and so forth. I even know a few words in Uzbek. So people don't think I'm a Russian tourist or refugee or emigree, But I instantly pick up other Russians wandering on the streets wearing colorful shirts, going like this, watching, and I can see them. And I see that thousands of people. I estimate a few tens of thousands of people here in Tashkent right now. And what first thing I tried to do is I tried to start assembling offline community because it's very therapeutic for me and it's very therapeutic for people. And I have actually succeeded. I've met quite a few people. I am establishing a base and I'm the very center of this base. I'm like a magnet. I start attracting people. That's what I do in life. It's whether I want it or not, that just happens. You are the online community. You are very close to me. There are so many people who support me with prayers, with good words and emails, with money, sponsors and patrons, and with super chats. And simply watching my videos is a huge help, okay? That is therapeutic. I know the power of community. And I know that a lot of people who are stuck here, who have not one single clue about what Tashkent in Uzbekistan all about, how to get registered. They don't know how to get driver's license. They don't know where to go, what to do. I know that they need help. They need help of, if there's a community, they're going to feel better. They're going to feel that they're not alone. They're going to feel that other faces, Ivans, Sergeys, Nikolais, and people like that around, and it's not that scary. Okay, they feel hands of other people. Anyway, so I have started creating a community. There are a couple dozen people right now, but it's spreading. It's really hard to start at first, but then it's easy and easy. I started a special Telegram channel for people that I actually meet in person. I go and offer everyone coffee and breakfast in case people don't have money. I buy them breakfasts, I buy them coffee. That's partially where your super chats and support goes to as well. And most of all, I see I hear the stories, because first thing, it's like Alcoholics Anonymous. We get together and we introduce ourselves and we tell our stories. And the stories I hear, they are so dramatic. Some people are okay, just like me. They have some kind of business income out there in Russia left. And then the family that support some people on the country, they don't have anything. They left everything behind. They have very little money. They don't know what to do. They're depressed. They're freaking out. All kinds of stories. They have touched me so much and so deep that I have started making a movie. I decided, hey, I'll make a video, like I'll interview. But then, you know what? That's not going to cut it. That's not going to be a video. That's going to be a short movie, a documentary. And that's a very difficult thing to do. I'm learning a new trade, how to make a movie, actually, And then, yet, I think that the movie also doesn't cut it. I started writing a book because this is the only way how I express myself well enough so people understand where I am and other people are right now. I'm writing about myself and about them. It's moving, slowly but moving, And my gosh, most people are in worse situation. They don't have friends. They forfeited everything in Russia. They left businesses. They just simply lost. They don't know what to do. A lot of them are like that. And this is what refugee thing is all about, You lose your life and you try to pick yourself up from ashes and build yourself a new life. And you know what? Some of us will be able to do that. But some of us will break down. And that's a very scary thought. Anyway, I'd like to finish up it's not a message, but I'm kind of sharing my experiences with you, Gosh, this is very, very new experience. I've learned a few lessons from looking at other people and being refugee myself and other people being refugees too. There are different situations always. There are good situations and bad situations. I am in very good situation physically, emotionally, compared to the others. Some people are in much worse surroundings, places, situations, and they have grimmer perspectives, so to speak. That's lesson number one. Lesson number two is no matter what happens to you, life goes on. I kind of knew that before, but to know is one thing. To live through it is completely different thing. No matter what happens to you, life goes on. You are just tiny speck in this huge game of life. You just gotta live the best you can, the righteous you can. Community is hugely important and therapeutic. Well, I knew that before, but here I'm seeing the power of offline community. I'm seeing when a person is shaken and broken, he doesn't know what to do basically, and then he shows up for breakfast, and there are five of us sitting, and he sees that the other people just like him in his position, and other people start giving him help, offering, hey, perhaps you need a place to stay, perhaps you need money, and then you see that his eyes start you know gleaming. His face brightens up. That's absolutely, community is absolutely crucial in hard times like that. Another lesson I learned is that people in dire situation like we are at right now, they become so much more human. They show so much more compassion, mercy, love to one another. Okay, just like I said, our community, our offline, the first thing, we welcome a person and basically we say, hey, how can we help you? Do you need any help? And some say, no, I'm all set. And some say, well, yeah, you know what, I can't register. I can't open a bank account. Do you know, at least we can help with advice. But if a person needs money, needs a place to stay, is hungry, whatever, trust me, he's not going to be left behind. Okay. Well, at least it's me. I have money from YouTube coming in, and like I said before, I allocated part of the money to help other people, Ukrainians, Russians, whoever needs help. Okay, but there are other people too. There are other means for a person. So I am actually looking at these people, and we are called rats by Russian officials out there in Russia. But you know what? We're anything but rats. People here are shying. I never saw anything like that in Russia, because once we get here, we change somehow, or perhaps God changes. I don't know. But I'm actually proud to be around these people. Well, this is basically what I wanted to tell you. This is my experience of being a refugee, first months. Terrible place to find myself in. Just terrible. Physically, I eat well. I feel okay. I drink this expensive tea, I have streams of income. But gosh, I'd rather be in Russia. I'd rather just, I'd rather would have not left. There's so much dark stuff in here, inside. Despite of all support, despite of all my faith, despite of all prayers given and received. I wish I could just lead a nice, comfortable life in Russia, and Russia would be in peace with everyone, and nice and righteous country. And I would go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at 6 a.m. and go to work, to the office. And instead, I'm like in a whirlpool of, like in a storm, thrown by the sea, from one place to another. Anyway, my friends, please, if you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. Let's turn on the comments. Thank you for coming today. We have about 3,000 people, which is fantastic. Again, this community has been so helpful and so therapeutic. You just have no clue. Chat's on. Just give me 1 second. I'm giving you an opportunity to live like a refugee through the experience, sitting in your nice home, not being a refugee, but try to put yourself into my shoes. Imagine that you have to get up right now, make a decision, buy tickets for the next flight, depart in 24 hours, pack everything, and go for good. Try to place yourself into this position, okay? Lorna, Mommy, howdy, Mods, Blackhead, Amir, Bob, Harry, great to see you. Luca, Lucy, Timo, Dirk, Brian, Joy, Golden Griffon, Deuce, Jimmy, John Knox, Yodi Racer, Reese's, Jen Allen, John, Jimmy, Penrose, John Abiro. Good evening, friends. The usual suspects. Again, if anything, I want to thank you for coming and conversing with me, watching the streams, giving me feedback, writing me comments, asking me questions. I think without you, I would have died here. It hurts to think of other people who don't have such community support, you know. That's why I'm doubling down my efforts. So that's why I'm trying to get everyone, not everyone, but at least people I can, together for breakfasts, you know. I kind of lure them in. Hey, I'll buy you coffee. I'll buy you breakfast, you know, if you want. Most pay for themselves. I've paid a few times so far, but most come and then meet, and this is so much better to be in a community than by yourself in this situation. I think in every situation, but this is dramatic time, you know. A few super chats. Thank you, Agnes. Thank you, Dikuyu Mods. Thank you so much. Well, I don't really know what, Agnes, what are you thanking me for? I'm thanking you for being here every single day, for, you know, sending me support and sending me good wishes. So thank you. Thank you so much. Dikuyu. Singa Meijigi. I'm sorry about the name. I'm not good at pronouncing. Sorry. Thank you for huge support. Much appreciated. No message, but your message is like mountain. Thank you so very much. And this Luke King, wow, huge. Luke, thank you so much. You are very special persons. Few have your drive, enthusiasm, or compassion. Things are getting financially harder everywhere, including here in Australia, but if I can continue to help you, I will. Luke, thank you so much. You have already helped tremendously, and you don't have to anymore. I mean, that's enough. I am really, really, really appreciative of your just being here as a good friend, you know, and support is just, thank you. PNW, 20 sponsorships. Thank you so much for your gift. Thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. From me and from 20 people. By the way, sponsors and patrons, please come tomorrow, as usual, on time. Noon Eastern Standard Time in the United States. 9 p.m. here in Tashkent, 7 p.m. in Russia. In Europe, depending where you are, around 6 p.m., well, 5 p.m., something like that, 4 p.m. Live stream for sponsors and patrons only. This is my way of saying thank you so much for sponsoring me. And I'm usually, you know, answer all questions. We have nice conversations. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. John Clark, I'm so glad you're safe. Thank you for helping others. It gives meaning to your life. It sure does. It sure does. You know, if I came here and I would be sitting doing nothing, I'm telling you, I would have died. Just don't get into the position that I am right now, please. Don't ever become refugees. I saw refugees before. I felt sorry for them. I helped some of them. But I never thought I would be one. Okay, so just not a good place to be. Julia Goddard, thank you so much. Inside Russia, thank you for today's message. Do you think President V will pardon Brittany Griner? US offered a good trade. It was stupid to bring the vape to Russia, but she's not cut out for the Russian prison. Feel sorry for the girl. She's been detained and charged and convicted 100% according to the Russian law. She did bring pot into Russia, which is highly illegal. But I also understand that, you know, it's not such a big deal like in the United States, so I really feel sad and bad. I am 100% sure she will be returned to the United States soon. She'll be exchanged for someone. Sometime Russian government could have cut her slack, but don't even get me started on that. I'm sure she will get home. Yes, you're right. She's not cut for Russian prison, but I think she's getting special treatment. She's not like your average prison, like inmate in Russian prison. So, Julia, thank you so very much. Again, I think that she'll come home. Amir, I'm incredibly proud of you, my friend. You make a difference in the world. I can only imagine the longing of your regular life back. You are incredibly strong. You're on the right track. Thank you, Amir. Thank you. The thing is, I kind of have no choice. I feel, well, I have huge responsibility. I have 5 kids. I have wife. I have ex-wife. I have mom, friends, and a lot of people depend on me. So I cannot stop. I have to keep on going. That's one thing. Another thing is, now I feel so much more than just being responsible for my family. This experience of this channel, like I said in my manifesto, it has just changed my life. I feel so much more responsibility these days. And it's not just words, you know. I'm doing what I'm saying. I'm doing what I preach, right? This is the right expression. So anyway, thank you for you've helped me tremendously. You're a mod now. Before the mod, you were kind of a mod, but not being a mod, and you've given me such great inspiration. So I am thanking you, not just for financial support, which has been tremendous, but for just human support, if you know what I mean. So thank you so very much. Deborah Casey, $100. Wow. I would like to be able to help financially, but since I cannot be there, I hope my financial assistance will be helpful. It makes a huge difference. Thank you so very much, Deborah. Again, you're a very usual suspect, and your support and help, not just financial, but being there, sending me messages, and is just incredible, you know. Thank you so very much. And then $100 is huge, huge. RW is back. Great to be here. Well, we missed you, my friend. I hope you read my last message that I sent you today. Thank you so much for coming back. Thanks for the support. But so much more better than support, I see that you're back. And support, of course, is huge. Thank you so very much. Jamie Beard, to help anyone you run across who needs a meal of anything. Thank you so much. You can definitely count on that. You can count on that. I've offered help to quite a few people. Some of them you actually have heard of in Russia. So far, just one one reached back, and everyone else kind of turned it down. So not only I try to help people here, but there as well. Enjoy every minute. What kind of therapy would you suggest for the Ukrainian children, parents that kids have been killed or kidnapped? Look, I have thought of that so many times. And you know what? Honestly, when I think, it gets so painful inside that I try not to think. It's like a despair sets in because I'm a parent myself, and it hurts just to think what might happen, okay? And I don't know what to tell those parents. I've thought of it 1,000 times, but I simply don't know what kind of therapy they can get. I pray to God and I ask you to pray along with me every single day, and you do. And I say, please help everyone who's been affected. Please give them forgiveness, give them love, give them strength to get through that. What else can I do? You please tell me. No need super chat or anything, just type. Send me a message. What I can do to the parents of those children. And I will gladly do that. Because that's all I know. Brian Woods, following Jamie Baird's lead. Put this towards helping someone. Thank you. Thank you so much. I will pass it on. Thank you. Agnes, thank you very much for being such a great and classy person. I'm not sure if I'm classy. It's not so great, For sharing your thoughts and words with us, and your goodwill and effort, money and everything, people in need. Thank you, Agnes. Thank you so much. Thank you. You gotta understand, my friends, that it's not me helping. Well, I help, but without your support, I would not be able to help as much, okay? So every time I help, you are standing right behind me, right there, in this spiritual word, so to speak, okay? Because it's real also, we're just not seeing it with our own eyes. If I buy someone a meal, or I just, someone needs something, that's you. If you gave me support, you're supporting that person. That's kind of like paid forward type of thing. So thank you so very much, Ole Christensen. I wish you all the best for you, Russia and Ukraine. Thank you so much, my friend. Best wishes, the best we can get. Thomas Fall, breakfast for someone who needs it. Thank you. That's in Tashkent, 20 euro. Let me tell you how many breakfasts to buy. Well, at least 3. I guilty as charged. I go to a fancy place because I like to have fancy coffee. I could go to a much less expensive place. A breakfast there would cost me $3-4. I go to a fancy place. There it costs me $7. Okay, so but I like the place where I go to. It's nice. They accommodate us. A large company. So your 20 euro can buy us about 3, perhaps 4 breakfasts with coffees. Thank you so very much. I will certainly spend that money as intended. Not Magnus Carlson. I like the name. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Jen did commando. Sending positivity and love your way, friend. Good luck out there. Much appreciated, taken, and much needed. Thank you so much. From Norway, Tor Arne Vighagen. Thanks for good and interesting message every day, Konstantin. God bless. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming back and every day, and thanks for supporting. Roger Dable, thank you. The UK is going to pot. We need Russia, even though I don't support them. The UK is going to pot. I see the pot. We need Russia, even though I don't support them. You know what I'm gonna tell you? I hope that my country will turn around and will become the kind of country that you will say one day, "Hey, you know what? I like Russia, and I'll support it." So thank you so very much, Rudy. Thank you for your support also. No message, but this dancing sticker. Thank you. Richard Burris, thank you for coming back. You're a very usual suspect. My heart valve surgery was successful, and my sincere thanks go out to everyone who prayed and sent messages of encouragement. I will be around to see you. Movie Constantine, keep up your great work on this channel. Well, first of all, it's huge relief to know that everything is fine. We prayed and prayed and prayed. I don't know how many days. 3 weeks at least, I think. Well, I'm glad that you're fine. Great. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the support as well. Okay, now let me see the regular questions. Pamela J, how long are you allowed to stay in Uzbekistan? Indefinitely. I can get permanent residence here. I can get, if I wanted to, I could get, citizenship further down the road. But the thing is, I don't want to. This is not my home. I don't want to be, this place become my destination. This is a transit. But what's beyond, I don't know. Uncertainty, This place, I'm so grateful to Uzbeks and Uzbekistan for actually letting me stay here, for welcoming me, for being nice to me. Probably should address that differently, but some Russians, and I yell at them if I hear that. They say, well, we don't like this in Uzbekistan, I don't like that. This country welcomes all of us, okay? And we must accept the rules and say, hey, you know what? Whatever the rules are, whatever we think they're stupid or not stupid or good, we're just keeping our mouths shut, and we're just thankful and grateful for you letting us stay here, live here, pick ourselves from pieces and things like that, Diane S., do you regret leaving? My God, what are you saying? There was a death among people I know 2 days ago. And you know how many times I said to myself, you know what? I did such a right choice. I made the right decision. My wife called me 5 times. She said, I'm so happy that you're in Uzbekistan. My mom called me so many times saying, oh, it's such, what are you saying? Do I regret leaving? No. Even if it's not death, having a gun given to my hands and sent to Ukraine on Ukrainian soil to kill Ukrainians? What are you asking me? Do I regret leaving? No. It's probably the best decision of my life. Leave. Dale, greetings from Colorado. Florentina, howdy, howdy. Susie, Pietra Z from Germany, greetings from Germany, hi community. Mika, Ironwood Workman, great to see you, howdy, howdy. Christopher, Jeffrey S., Gray Blue. Jeffrey, thanks for the emails and thanks for the support. Scott Nesbitt, howdy. Tom, Mama Two Boys, the usual suspects. Good evening, friends. Cobra Jetcat. Russia has so much to offer the world. It breaks my heart to see the Russian leadership is doing to your motherland. Makes 2 of us. I know. It makes 2 of us. Sam K, I totally agree with you. Fantastic mods once again. Not just fantastic, the best mods on YouTube, hands down. Yodi Racer, would love to see you and Natasha do a walking live stream from Magic City Park. Well, you know you're Tashkent, my friend. There will be time, not anytime soon, but there will be time when we will do. There are a few reasons. One of the reasons is it gets dark very early because it's deep south here, and 5:30 it's already dark. Okay, 5:30 is early morning in the United States, and in California and in Texas, Lorna is still sleeping. At this time when it gets. How can I do that without Lorna, without Amir? Later we will do that. I haven't been to that magic park myself. Passed through it a few times, but I heard good reviews about that. Itos Soldier, thank you. Okay, what's going on to take for masses of Russia to shake off that mentality? Wish all Russians would be more like you and less like Godspeed and prayers for you. I've been asking this question since February 24th, every single day, 100 times a day. I don't know. It gets so bad. Government people, come to villages, small towns, to communities, take children and parents, take young men who are children of some people, and their parents see them off, cry, hurt, but don't do anything. That is the highest level of, not patience, I don't even know how to call this, okay? If their own kids do not motivate them to do anything, what else will? Miss me? We from the West must see this is not as choice. Fleeting from home and family is the hardest thing to do. Keep spreading your message. Visit schools. Well, I'm about to visit one of the schools in Tashkent. We're working on that right now. I've been invited, preliminary invitation, and then hopefully everything will get confirmed. So it's in the works, at least start. But then I see my mission in spreading the message as much as I can, not just through YouTube, but through different means and channels. This is unique. I've never seen anything like this before. The situation with refugees, Russians fleeing. It's like a mad circus here. Nation Demon. Interesting name. Maybe that's something we should do when this terrible thing is over. Give these children hope and maybe a chance for a future. You just tell me how. I will stand on my knees and do whatever I can to help those children. This is the worst thing can happen in life, Ferrari guy, are you finding this community sees the non-personal circumstances differently than before? R&U situation, by the way, you've started a great thing. Long-term institution, maybe. Didn't understand, I'm sorry. Are you finding this community sees the non-personal circumstances differently than before? What's non-personal circumstances? Russia and Ukraine situation. Oh. Hard to tell. Some things, some views have changed, but I wouldn't say that haven't changed tremendously. A lot of people keep asking, like, when Russians gonna wake up? And I don't know. I'm just looking myself. Carol Leclerc, thank you so very much. We have a new sponsor, Michael B. Davis. Welcome to Inside Russia. Thank you, Michael. Lars Henrik, I feel my God help you a lot. Well, I feel like God has helped me a lot, and I feel like you have helped me tremendously too. CKCNG, let me know if you need someone to proofread edit your book. I definitely do. Would you please email me? CKC New NJ, does it stand for New Jersey? That's a good one. Iron Workman, what do you think? Oh, that's not, yeah, that's to me. What do you think about Elon Musk taking over Twitter and cutting the head of the snake off? Firing all the top brass? Ironwood. Thing is, I'm not a big an expert on Twitter whatsoever. I haven't used Twitter. I have an account and I barely use it. Like, just post new posts, new videos. I don't know much about Twitter whatsoever. It's not very popular here in Russia. We use Telegram. Elon Musk has definitely made splash here in Russia. It's on all the news here that he brought this hand washer thing with him. I saw that. But I think that Elon Musk has gotten a little starstruck. That's what I read from his behavior. Okay, he used to be absolutely hands down fantastic, the biggest changer of the world that will live. Tesla and the spaceship company and PayPal and all of these things. But now I think he's become more of a media personality. He's just a little tiny bit starstruck. That's what I don't like. But I don't know much about Twitter thing, you know. Nation Demon, my father, although I barely know him and was a long time very angry, he did one great thing. Every year, he took a bus as driver, got to Ukraine and took some children from. Where did he take them to? And how could he take children from Ukraine? I mean, how can you take someone's children? I don't really get it. Craig Hughes, 82,000 mobilized now on front lines under threat of being shot if they retreat. Yes, that's official. But the thing is, it's not just the thing that they are under threat of being shot, because that's terrible, okay? Another terrible thing is they are under threat of shooting Ukrainians. That's equally horrendous threat, okay? Either one of them is not good. That's why I have run away. This just goes against my values to take gun and go and kill people. And I would hate to be killed as well, you know. I still have some things here to do. They tell us, well, you have to take up guns, get mobilized, and go defend your motherland. But they fail to tell us who we defend our motherland from, whose tanks roll on our soil, whose boots are walking on our soil, you know, whose rockets are flying to Russia, who are we defending Russia from? Who are those 82,000 people defending Russia from? That deserves a separate stream, you know. Koshkin Dom, I really appreciate your format of combining messages, insights, and prayer. Thank you so much. It just happened, you know. Also, consequently, the safe word for the inside Russia is white painted trees. You know, every single tree here in Tashkent is white painted. Every time I see it, I think of Dirk. So I think of Dirk like 100 times when I walk. Thank you, Clark. Barbara Christina, howdy. England. A1 Oля, howdy, howdy. Chris, best thing about breakfast is you can eat it any time of the day. Yeah, that's true. Well, I usually go. This is how my schedule here in Tashkent looks like. I stream from 1 to 2 a.m. Then I'm going to tell you a thing that's just unbelievable. I learned a thing or two about teas, English teas. So I drink tea, lots of tea, doesn't let me go to bed. So I fall asleep between 3 and 4 a.m. I wake up around 9, 9:30. So I have 5 hours of sleep or so. I slowly wake up because I just can't just jump up the bed after having that little bit of sleep. And then I walk towards the restaurant. It's about 7-minute walk from the place where I live. And I invite everyone to join me there at 10:30. The thing is, 10:30 a.m. here in Moscow, in Tashkent, is 8:30 a.m. in Moscow. And my workday starts at 9. So I have half an hour, and sometimes I stay a little bit later. Usually it's 1 hour. And then I walk back 7 minutes before at around 9:30. I start my workday, but in Tashkent it's already 11:30. So that's how the breakfast thing works. I see that Jason Carney has again given the sponsorship of quite a few people, 10 people. Thank you so much. Thank you for your gift from me and from 10 people. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Just Terry, this is the best community of the on the internet. Agree. And Terry, you are one of the best members of this community. Black Cat, love your messages. Thank you. Koshkin Dom, I hope the rest of your family will soon be able to join you. Thank you so much. I hope so too. Working on that. You know what? Don't laugh, English people. Don't laugh at me. I like tea, but I'm not an expert like you are. I just learned what English breakfast means. It means tea is extra strong and it is to be drank at breakfast to wake you up. I didn't know that. I drink English breakfast at night and it keeps me up for another hour after I done with stream, you know. You live, you learn. Please do not laugh. I didn't know until today what English breakfast meant. I thought it was just a name. And now I understand Earl Grey is a lighter tea, not as strong, and it's meant to be drank in the afternoon and at night. Okay, so but I'll keep on drinking this because I like the English breakfast. It's so rich and heavy and flavorful, you know. Brody's Edinburgh tea, Edinburgh special or something. That's fantastic. Miss Cat M, thank you so much. Daily prayers for you, your wife, and children. Thank you so much. I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate the support. Thank you for being here. Karen from Maine. Howdy, howdy. I see you avatar. I see it from afar, you know. I have found that I really like the sound of spoken Russian. Would you say something in Russian for me? Thank you. Karen, спасибо большое за то, что приходишь сюда и за то, что я вижу очень friendly face от человека, который живет в Мэйне. Мэйн — это штат, который я очень люблю, он в моем сердце. Спасибо большое. I hope you liked it. Nation Demon. What did you move to make a name like that? I still like Russia. I even like Russians. Well, thank you. Some of us are actually decent. I just hate those in command because they are... I'm adding random curse words. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for not giving up on us when you have all the rights to do that. I personally really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Some commands of Nightbot are in caps today, some are not because there's just too many. And I have changed some of them and then still working on another one. Biggles, inside Russia, many Ukrainians will need Russians to help them get their children back. This could be real evidence of atonement and bridge building. Look, if I can do anything, first of all, there is a little bit more going on that I can say here, even being in Uzbekistan, but trust me, I talk to Ukrainians on a daily basis. If I can ever do anything for them, I will. Lori Lane asking who else couldn't buy Brody's tea on Amazon. Why couldn't you buy it? Are they out of stock? English breakfast is another tea that I'm drinking. It's equally good, I would say. I like Brody's a little better, but English breakfast Twinings is also excellent. And just Terry, can't wait to read your book. Thank you so much. Hello, Konstantine's mom, because we know you watch. I will say hi to her once I'm done with the stream. I usually call her. Thank you so much, Ferrari guy. Mods take no prisoners. These are the most fair mods on the entire internet on YouTube, you know. Windy Miller, he drinks tea. You think I'm drinking whiskey? Well, I have had 10, 20 ounces so far, and you know, I think I would be dead out of that much of a whiskey. But it does look like cognac or whiskey. Melissa Harden, you're spot on about Elon Musk. Yeah. Panjana tea is delicious. Finola. Never heard of it, but I think it is. Thing is, we don't have much of a selection here. I found this exotic food place in Tashkent. They have 4 kinds of different kinds of tea: Twinings, Taylors, um, Brodies, and the 4th one is something from India, but I didn't really trust enough buying it. I mean, it's all Indian tea that I'm drinking. It's just this English company's package it. John Sear, come to Maine. Yes, thank you so much. There's a possibility. Martins, Legends. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. One of the rules is we only allow English here because there are a lot of Russian bots come and spoil it for everyone. But I read your message. Thank you so very much. It warms my heart. Time's up, says Nightbot. Ooh, Nightbot's getting angry. Yes, just a couple questions. That's it. Koshkin Dom, you're not serious, are you? What do you think about Azer chai? Azer chai tea is not, I would refrain from buying it. I had it before in Russia and that's not high quality at all. Okay, so if I can choose between Twinings, Brodies, something German, Taylors, trust me, Mlesna, Azer chai would be the last thing I would pick. I don't know. Perhaps they have really good tea they sell in Europe someplace, but in Russia it's just garbage. Michael Sullivan, thank you so very much. I will try to deliver everything. That's a lot of whiskey. Yeah, let me take a sip, more sip. It's good stuff. Single malt, It's Glenmorangie. Finola. I'm thinking along with you, someone special who gifted the membership. Thank you. John Knox, Ukrainian, Russian, and Persian are meant to be a few of the nicest sounding languages in the world. I never realized until 2017. Agree. Thank you. SD has super chat. If only we could look back at our elected officials' live streams to see the kind of humans they are. K can be governor of Texas. Governor of Texas right now, yeah. With this proven history, recorded videos are cheating. I was brave. Thank you for the message. It's very flattering. Thank you. Yeah. Koshkin Dom, thank you very much. And the super chat from Damien De Silva. Stay hopeful. Carthago will need as many people of goodwill as possible to rebuild, my friend. We will all stand together again one day. Well, we're kind of still standing right now, and that's already good start, And thanks for the message. Thanks for the support too. Welcome to Inside Russia, Ling Tez. Thank you so very much, and it's time for me to finish up. Nightbot is getting angry. It's time to pray. Um, Thank you so much for again giving me a chance to tell you my experience. I again hope that none of you ever, ever will have to go through this very strange, very sad experience in anyone's life. Let's pray. I am inviting you to pray with me. Let's send good wishes, prayers, good energy, good vibes to people, countries, and events. Again, before I go, tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time USA will be the private stream for sponsors and patrons. Please join. That's my way of saying thank you so much for being such a loyal supporters. Thank you. Dear God, thank you so much for giving us this day. Thank you for putting food on our tables, giving roofs over our heads, giving us this work week, surrounding us with people who we love and who love us. Please help our children, keep them safe and healthy, and give us wisdom to raise them the way that when they grow up, they will make this world a better place and will never engage into war with one another. Dear God, Jesus Christ, please help stop the bloodshed in Ukraine. Reach out people who you know need to be reached out and touch their hearts in a way that you know how to touch their hearts so they wake up and they will make this right decision to stop the bloodshed. Reach out to the world leaders. Make the hearts softer. Have them see the depth of horror that our both countries are in right now. So they will make the right decision to stop the bloodshed. Please help everyone in Ukraine who has been affected. Please send them strength to go through this dire, terrible situation that they are in. Send them strength to recover, to get through this, to stay humans, to not be consumed by hate. Please give them forgiveness, give them love, give them soften their hearts and just give them happiness. Give them soothe their souls, soothe their hearts, please. Send every single person in Ukraine an angel to protect and keep everyone out of harm's way. Please help my country, Russia. Send an army of toughest, strongest angels with sharpest swords, led by Saint Michael in shining armor, so he, along with the angels, will get rid of the demons that have hijacked my country. Have the angels run my country and make it shine again and make it righteous. Please help everyone who's fleeing for their lives, escaping this dire situation in Ukraine, in Russia. Please give everyone help, needed help. Help the Ukrainians in Europe. Help the ones who are helping Ukrainians in Europe and all over the world. And help those who are helping Russians too. The ones who don't want to take weapon and go and fight. Please help pregnant women. Help those who are making decision whether to keep baby or not. Reach out and talk to them so they make the right choice. Please keep everyone sane enough so they will never use nuclear weapons against one another, against each other, against countries, one country against another country. Please give the leaders sanity, give them righteousness, not to even think about this option. Please keep peace in the entire world because we all need it. Thank you for bringing us into this wonderful community. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to pray together and help everyone who's praying and watching us praying. Answer everyone's wishes, answer everyone's prayers, and grant everyone's wishes. I would like to mention a few people who need your help, dear God. They are Michael Milkevitz, Yelena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Galina, Igor, Buzz, Paula, Janine, Marlene, Susan S., Fiona, Madeline, Narnian Lady, Stephen, Alan, Freddie, Sabrina, Felicia, Paul Beans, Bridges' father, family of Rudy Kaisley, Richard, Robert Morgan's sister, Mallory M., Dirk Misler and his father, James Rhodes, Jess Derry, Brittany S., Lars Henry, give him strength, please. Wait for it. Lane Hankins, Reese Gray, Bridget Apley, Hannah and her children, Agnes' sister, May Scott Nesbitt's sister, rest in peace. Please help Ian with depression, in mental health. Please send him recovery, good mood, and good life. Richard Burris, James Rhodes, Ace, Angelic at Life, Scan Family, grandson, Randolph, Vladimir Istomin, Grace, Barb, SC2216 and her daughter Lucille, China Bell, Harry's son, Brian McManus, Verlinda Allen's niece, please help with her addiction. Rafaela Fromm and daughter Anna, Priscilla, Michelin, King Nero, Gabby Hyman, Martin, Joanne, Donald, Allison Day Moyers, I Found Waldo, Liz, Deborah, Janice Burgess, Maureen M., Carol Reed, Golden Griffon, Geeky's Granddad, Terry Carter, Bruce B., King Nero, Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Christian, Bob, Jessica, Minutes to Midnight, Sandra Workman and her husband Rod, Mr. Hanson, Heidi Howitz, Robert Morgan's sister, Jacob with bad addiction, Umel, Jennifer, Bruce Friends, Andrea, Rob, MTG Gaming Bob, Ashley's family, Florian G, Cosmision, Matt from Canada, Mr. Dean Spooner, and his church that is called Our Savior Lutheran Church. Barry Reading, sister, and Leslie Fleming. Also a few children I'd like to ask you for. They are Sebastian, Maverick, Coulter, and other children who need your help, our dear friends. Please help them. Families wait for miracles. They need miracles. They need children to stay very healthy, and they need to come back. They need children to just to be back healthy and in good mood and good health. Please help. Thank you very much, dear Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. My friends, thank you so much. There will be no regular stream as usual. Tomorrow is Saturday. There will be stream for sponsors and patrons only. There will be a message on Sunday, quite an important one, so please come back on Sunday. And before I sign off, Carthago delende est.